So this is a little bit about the human story and the fun part of the background of the Priori, the THERAPHI.net, our therapeutic bi-fi technology.
Bi-fi, I like that. We have to keep that one bi-fi, yes.
Paul's background is, Paul is really an expert in hands-on alchemy. Alchemy is true implosion, isotope transition, non-destructive collapse, actually, which was Einstein's keyword. And so, we had been doing this research, and we had this new equation, and we understood now that we could actually apply this to plasma science. The miracle was that Paul had the skills, how you came to have the skills in plasma, electronics, to design a bifilar Tesla coil. And, I find it totally impressive that you could custom wind that coil.
Yeah, well, it was great. It was a really fun time. I think it was last year, maybe around a little earlier in the spring, and you said, do you think we could incorporate these frequencies into some kind of machine? And I was like, that's possible. So we've been through major ups and downs and over the hills and all around, but after, about a year's worth of work, we've come to this point, and yeah, basically I've been building Rife-type machines and technologies like that for 20 years or so.
And Brown's gas,
Brown's gas generation,
monatomic hydrogen,
water technologies, hydrogen, oxygen therapies, ozone. And so this I consider really the pinnacle of work of so long over the years. The nice thing about this unit is being able to really capture the phase conjugation. Now, Lakowski was really close. Priori wasn't really using the dual tube method the way we're doing here. This is similar to what Lakowski was, and Rife definitely was not anywhere near that. So the beauty of this system in having such a high power solid state amplifier, because you got to remember those guys were doing everything back in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, we had the modern electronic amplifier.
And
beautiful.
This is their dream. If they were still alive today, they would just be like jaw drop like this today, because basically these what they really are is high current switching IGBTs that can control the power that comes into this thing. And back in those days, they had massive transformers.
That's why Priori spent millions.
Yes, air coils, and you look at Priori's photos. Well, he's got radar dishes and tube amplifier equipment like this.
Yeah, that's right.
And here it is. We've got it boiled down to solid state electronics in a convenient handy pack like this.
It's amazing, and yet deliver 500,000 volts as needed. And the other miracle there was that you could take the low frequencies and very accurately modulate in phase onto the high.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was part of Paul's skill. I'm an electrical engineer, but actually, Paul had the electrical skill.
And the great thing is this is just the beginning. We've got lots of future plans here to be able to do biofeedback enhancements and.
Yeah, because even Priori, he saw that if you synchronize the pulse wave to the peak of the EKG, which is the compression best moment for the body, and we have all that modulation capability built in, and of course to modulate to other frequencies and
so basically it's all set up, and it's like going to be the system is all prepared for all these future modifications that are going to come down the road.
And yet already, even in its basic mode, almost everyone who has used it has had some kind of amazing
stories.
Yeah.
Yes,
this is not a claim, but you can talk to them, and you will see that from swelling reduction to melanoma kind of thing to back pain, so many things are related to hydration, which is basically compression is the opposite of swelling, and non-destructive compression is the opposite of cancer, quite literally. So centripetal force restored is the center of restoring self-organization and healing, everywhere from Schauberger to implosion science to...
Yeah, Schauberger is another good name, to understand the concepts. That, ideally, these are vortex tubes. The plasma is actually in a vortex, and on one side it's counter-rotating to the other, and
pine cone kissing noses.
Pine cones kissing, yeah.
And the pine cones have kissed noses very accurately, very like the mirror image. And if you study the physics from phase conjugate optics, you see that that was the first time physics ever discovered self-organization. And that's what your body wants to do. That's why it feels kind of euphoric when you play with it.
Yeah,
so we suggest you do.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.